Hey guys, welcome back to Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. I did progress the crusade and the time a couple of days. We did the logistics reform, which is why we have this particular interaction here. So let's see what the rank 5 logistics quest is, or well, this particular powwow with Dorgalinda is. Commander, Dorgalinda's one eye is looking at you grimly. Next to her stands a shackled half-elf. This is Corporal Nickel Bartley. He was detained while stealing army property. During interrogation, he admitted to being one of the leaders of the Fellows of the Crusade. Based on his account, we've identified and arrested the rest of the leaders of the Fellows. The law says this kind of offense in wartime warrants a noose. She shoots Nickel a sullen look. But they are our soldiers after all. We've fought together more than once. It's rotten hanging your comrades. I say we boot them all the way to Nerosian in chains. Let them be tried like common thieves. They'll serve their time, and hopefully these sorry excuses for bandits will wise up a bit. What bandits? Bandits would have already hightailed it from Dresden. These guys are all right. We could use them for things. Don't split on your mates, stooge. That's low. Let's tuck them away in some far-off garrison, and if anybody asks, we'll say they legged it. They have stumbled. They're criminals, but they're also mortals who've chosen to risk their lives in order to stop a demonic invasion. Surely that mitigates their guilt, at least a little. There's no need for trials or gallows. We should show mercy and give them a chance to atone for what they've done. Well, I think they're bandits, plain and simple, and the gallows is where they belong. I can tie nooses for every one of them myself if you'd like. Alright. Corporal Bartley, tell me exactly what you did. I did what I did. Nickel looks at you defiantly. I won't lie. I'll tell you everything and you can do what you will. Pardon me if you'd like, and if not, go ahead and execute me. Here's how it went. In the last battle, some of our company ran into some enemies with an infectious plague. When they got back to the barracks, half of them came down with something. They were hot as coals and raving, crying green slime instead of tears, and the smell. They were rotting alive. The healers helped everyone they could, bless them, but there just weren't enough healing potions for everyone. So my guys are lying there, rotting away, and the quartermaster, that cur, he just shrugs. We're out, he says, looking at me all smug. Well, we roughed him up a little, checked his cabinet, and what do you know, he did have potions, a whole crate of them. We ran straight back to the infirmary and we saved our friends, and that was it. They shackled us and brought us to you for judgment. If you think I'm a criminal, then fine, sentence me. But I reckon the real criminals here are the quartermasters. They just sit there fat and happy, hoarding all the goods the kingdom gave them. Meanwhile, we're flopping about in the dirt and the blood, and if we need anything, the answer's always the same. We're out. Corporal Bartley forgot to mention that he beat the quartermaster almost to death and left him to bleed out. It's a miracle the poor man's still breathing. And that the health potions were intended for command staff. The quartermaster had an order. He was to die sooner than let anyone steal items of strategic importance. The death of a trained officer is a much heavier blow than the death of a common soldier. Without capable officers, our losses would grow tenfold. He also failed to mention a dozen previous cases of theft which cannot be so neatly excused by a touching concern for his comrades, and a whole warehouse worth of stolen goods he stashed near the city walls. Dorgalinda shakes her head grimly, glowering at Nickel. No way around it, lads. You've been caught. We have to punish you, otherwise we can kiss goodbye to any sense of order. Walgis, we'll hush this up and send the offenders to distant forts. I wish them luck in their escape. That doesn't sound very good. Finance points income increases by 10, and material points income increases by 1 for each controlled region. That is an interesting bonus for this one. The effect of positive morale on finance, materials, and energy points income increases by 33%. All generals gain the salvage feat. Defeating an enemy army adds 1,000 finance points. Ooh, okay. I don't know if that's going to be that good. Finance materials and energy points income increased by 5%. Ooh, okay. Ah, this would be really nice, but we need positive morale. Will I be able to keep positive morale up to get the 33%? Because the 33% would be really, really good. That's a huge boost. I think we were currently sitting on 2.5k finance points a day. Tripling or getting a third of that would put that up to what, 3.3 to 3.4k. That's quite good. I guess for now I think we'll go for this. I like that the positive morale gives such a big boost, so yeah, let's go with this one. I'm banking on the fact that I'll be able to maintain positive morale, so we'll see how this goes. This could be a bit of a mistake, but it is what it is. I think it's the best option anyway. Thank you. I know better than anyone how strong the grip of sin can be, but if even I am able to fight it, then surely they are not without hope. I'm certain your mercy will raise the soldiers' spirits and serve as a worthy example. I hope that does it for our fellows' problem. Who knows, maybe our supply situation is finally sorted and I won't have to assemble the logistics council in full again. We can only hope. And that's this one done. The commander has succeeded in turning a small expeditionary squad into a true army, one capable of waging war against a superior opponent while providing for its own needs. Okay, so that quest is done, which is good. So now we're just waiting on these ones, and we might actually go down and get restoring some of the storyteller artifacts that we can. They might be handy before we get to Act 4. We are back in Crusade Affairs and Crusade Management. I did progress time a little bit more, and we now have this particular thing. The arrival of the Order of the Flaming Lance. Reinforcements of Crusaders from the Order of the Flaming Lance have arrived in Dresden. Their leader, Young Claim, is awaiting an audience with the commander. So my suspicion is that this was Claim from Act 1, who I think we rescued from the library, and he mentioned his leader disappeared, and I suspect this is the half-elf madwoman quest. So that's what we're about to tackle. And just to take a look here, there we go, we've got all our stats to rank 5, which is exactly what we want. So we're going to head back and deal with this audience. Knight Commander. The young knight Claim drops to one knee before you. He has noticeably matured since your previous meeting in the Blackwing Library, where you saved him from being burned alive, but his sharp gaze, aristocratic features, and soft voice are just as you remember. By order of Her Majesty Queen Galfrey, the Order of the Flaming Lance has come to be of service to you. What does your order do? Our order devotes itself to mystical research and the pursuit of secret knowledge. We spend just as much time on spells as we do on prayers and weapon drills. At the end of the day, our enemy is not of this world, which means that to fight it we need knowledge that is not of this world either. So you're now the head of the order? Clay nods sadly. Alas, yes. Our former leader, Sister Miyama, disappeared from Canabras not long before the demons attacked. She's considered missing, but almost everyone believes that she has perished. He holds out a leaflet to you, a portrait of a stern-looking half-elf woman printed on grey paper. This is Sister Miyamia. If by chance you should find her alive, or if you learn anything about her fate, our order and I personally would be eternally grateful to you. It's not immediately apparent, but you recognize the face in the picture. It is the mad woman that you saw by the petrified tree near Winter Sun. Welcome to Dresden. Thank you, Commander. Oh, that's it. Alright, that's a bit awkward. I didn't realize that would end the conversation, but that's fine. Okay. What a sorry sight, and it has unfolded in a place of such harsh beauty. A brilliant mind, once capable of leading an order of scholarly knights, is now shriveled like her skin, has turned grey and dishevelled like her hair, and has lost its firm grip like her trembling, gnarled fingers. Who now would recognize Miyamia the scholar in this raving vagrant? At the very least, her fellow order members have the right to know what became of their leader. Yes, they do. And I guess we have to find them. Hold up, Commander. The thing is, remember how that Crusader went missing a while back and then he was found outside the walls disemboweled? Anivia pauses and gives you a searching look. I remember. So the murderer has been found? No, not yet. Anivia seems to scrutinize your face again and then nods to herself. But I never gave up on the investigation, even when everybody else stopped digging. I know we're at war and that people are dying left and right, but that's no reason to turn a blind eye to crime. So that's it, Commander. Another Crusader has just gone missing. He left the barracks to come here. He would have gone past the gates. My gut tells me that the killer won't keep him alive for long. So, Commander, you need to start searching this area right now and try to find out where he's been taken. This is all quite unexpected. Death often shows up when you least expect it. It's not like I picked the timing. Tell me about the missing Crusader. Yeah, he's the youngest son of a poor nobleman from Mendev. He's called something like Rilik or Rilak. He's young, barely out of the nursery, and he decided that he was a man now, and so off to war he went. You know how it goes. Do you know who the murderer is? I don't have a clue. Okay. Anivia's answer comes too quickly, her gaze dropping before she can force herself to meet your eyes. What are you not telling me? I'm telling you the truth and nothing but the truth. I have my own theories, sure, but nothing concrete, so it's best if I keep my mouth shut on that front. The guy probably just went out to get some fresh air. He'll stroll back in any moment. What's the point in raising the alarm? Listen, Commander, do you trust me or not? If you do, then just do as I say. Find the kid, then we'll talk. Alright, I'll search for the Crusader. Get going then. He passed the gates and took a right. Ask around, check out the buildings. I'll be waiting for you here. Okay, find the missing Crusader. And we have to tell the leader. Where is Claim? Brianese, August Gurm, Kia, Konomi, Storyteller. Claim is down there, alright? Oh, okay. Hey, wait, Commander, that's not going to work. You need to finish the job. Alright, I guess we're trying to find the kid first. Hang on, let's see. Currently in the vicinity and still possible to save him. Alright, let's check these buildings. I think this is the right building. Pretty sure I've done this quest before. You can hear muffled sighs coming from the next room.
How lovely to see you here.
Erin steps behind her. Camellia whips around and freezes. She glances at the bloody dagger in her hand, then at the dead body at her feet. Her lips quiver for a fraction of a second before settling into an unimpeachably polite smile. What's going on here?
Socorus is an ancient land. The spirits of these places have spoken to people since time immemorial, and some of those people heard them and were able to respond. The shamans of Socorus were always held in high esteem. They knew the will of the spirits, the will of the land itself. Many Kelids would come to the shamans to learn what the spirits desired in order to gain their support.
Camellia pauses, lost in memories that cannot be her own. Let's wait for her to continue.
When the world wound opened and the demons poured into Golarion, they drowned Socorus in blood. The earth moaned as it soaked up the blood of Kelids, crusaders, and demons. The spirits drank this blood, slowly becoming deranged and turning into incarnations of madness and pain. Look what Socorus has turned into. It's an open wound on the body of Golarion. The world wound has changed it beyond all recognition. And the spirits, these poor creatures have been corrupted. Twisted by war, they moan and they howl, but only shamans can hear their senseless cries of agony. I am a shaman. Maria, the spirit I am bonded with, is mad and can speak of nothing but her endless hunger for blood. I give her what she asks for. I feed her the blood of crusaders. The spirits of Socorus can no longer speak to shamans. All I can hear is the cacophony of their howls, screams, and laments. But there is a way to restore their sanity. By performing rituals. Bloody but effective rituals. When the untainted blood of the Crusaders cleanses the corruption that Maria fed on for centuries, the spirit will regain her sanity and I shall be able to speak to her. I shall be able to ask her advice, to find out how we can heal the world wound. Tell me, isn't this knowledge worth a handful of lives?
This isn't your first or even your second victim, is it? How many have you killed?
Too few. Maria's hunger is still so great. Her pain cannot be soothed by a single victim. But success is within my grasp. I can feel it. It is even possible that today's victim will be the last.
Who is she, this Maria of yours?
Forgive me, I forgot to make the introductions. This is Maria. Or rather, this is her home. Or her prison, to call a spade a spade.
Camellia removes an amulet in the shape of a bone snake from around her neck.
I caught this spirit a long time ago, and I tried for so long to speak with it. My little demented ball of rage. I felt compelled to bind it to this amulet, just temporarily, until I worked out how to help it. If I am to be fully honest, her name, Maria, is of my own devising. She is not yet able to speak to me, but I still needed a name to call her by.
She gently puts the amulet back around her neck. Why do you think your method will work?
I do not think. I know. I sense things many people cannot. I can infer what the spirits want. For example, There is one spirit hanging over your left shoulder as we speak. It came to enjoy Morea's victim. Can you sense its hunger? Spirits are akin to animals. You cannot bring a hungry dog to heal. You cannot stroke a hungry cat. To speak to a spirit, you must first feed it. It is not their fault that after so many years of torment, the only thing that can satisfy their hunger is blood. My ritual will work. I did not read about it in books or learn it from some wizened teacher. You could say that I invented it myself, with Morea's help. I just know that it will work, sooner or later. I can feel it.
What exactly are you hoping to learn from this Mireia of yours?
The world wound cannot be allowed to poison all the lands of Golarion. The spirits of Socorus know this better even than you and I. They may know how to heal it. And if not, then perhaps they will know how to eradicate it quickly and painlessly. We're fighting against demons. It is a just cause. But imagine we win and the demons vanish for good. Do you think the world wound will vanish along with them? That it's something we can defeat with weapons? That it won't burst open again at some point in the future like an old festering abscess? I am thinking of the future of these lands, of how to heal them and restore them. Would you not agree that a few Crusaders' lives is a price worth paying?
Who was this young man, your victim?
He's the youngest son of a noble from Mendiv. I believe his name was Rillick or Relic. I think the dolt was in love with me. He was ever so eager to come with me to this house. One hint was all it took. He is of no interest to me. Moreia wanted his blood, so I sacrificed him. The rest is immaterial.
Alright, so what are you proposing?
My ritual is not yet complete. I have made the sacrifice. Now I just have to let Moreia drink the blood. Will you allow me to complete the ritual?
Swear that you will stop the killings and I will spare you this time.
What a pain. But if these are your terms, then I agree. You know, when I saw you standing there, I thought my life would end tonight, but you spared me. Thank you. I would like to speak with you a little later. Please come and see me. No need to be shy, for I have no more secrets to keep from you. Now, we should leave this place. You go first. I will follow in a few minutes.
Not sure if this is a good way to resolve this situation, but I want to see how things resolve for Amelia's personal quest, which is why I don't want to kill her. Okay. Anivia stretches lazily and yawns, but her eyes are fixed on you. Well, Commander, have you solved the problem? First, tell me honestly, what exactly do you know about this crime? Crime? What crime? Anivia says with a smirk before becoming deadly serious. Listen, Commander, I was just using my brain, following certain individuals, listening to what people were saying on the street. I had my suspicions, but what are suspicions worth? On their own, nothing. I didn't have any proof. I'm not Irabeth. I'm not going to go digging for the truth, because if I dug deep enough, the Knight Commander would be down a companion. Smack bang in the middle of a war. How would that help anything? I'm not going to be the one to scupper this crusade, so I'll be keeping my mouth shut. Anivia speaks slowly, staring into your eyes. I trust that you'll handle this in whatever way is best for the crusade. If you want to tell Irabeth everything, go ahead. It's your call. Let's just say the problem has been solved since Camellia agreed to not kill anymore. Whether she actually does stop killing or not is another matter entirely, but for now I think the problem has been solved. That's all I needed to know. Thanks, Commander. Okay. Yep, Camellia has made a choice and the commander has made his. Alright. And we'll see how that plays out. In the meantime, let's go talk to Claim. Claim is holding a battered book with dozens of page markers sticking out from between its pages. Frowning, he underlines something on the current page and jots down a comment in the margin in small, neat script. Only then does he notice your approach, snapping the book closed. Greetings, Knight Commander. I can see that Miamia the Scholar means a lot to you. She's my teacher. Without her, I wouldn't be who I am today. I found Miamia. She's on a cliff near Wintersun. She's studying the runes on the bark of a petrified tree. She doesn't look entirely healthy. A petrified tree? But of course, in Canabris she was reading a history of the petrified library. I feared that she had gone to the stone walls, but if one of those trees is here, oh, inheritor, that means she's in grave danger. Commander, do you know the history of those trees? They were enchanted by druids from old Sarkoris to guard knowledge hidden within them. The druids resorted to using an unholy rite to turn the trees to stone and themselves into Siabres, undead whose hatred for all living creatures almost equals their hatred for demons. I can't waste any time. I'm going to help Sister Miamia. Will you accompany me? Siabres are extremely dangerous, but if she's still alive, we may have a chance to save her. Follow the leader. I guess we're going to Wintersun then.
I will not falter.
Okay, he just disappeared. Let's head out to Wintersun then. Alright, and we are here now at Wintersun. The petrified tree is just here. So let's see what we will have to deal with once we get up there. And I think we should rebuff. Just in case we have a fight. Teacher, what's happened to you? Claim gingerly touches Miami's shoulder. You're nothing but skin and bone. You can barely stand upright. Come with me. You need to rest. We must leave this valiant researcher in peace. It may not look it, but she's in the middle of some vital experiment. Rest. Seeds rest in the earth. Bones rest betwixt roots. Covered in snow, we find rest in earth until spring. Teacher, Claim calls to Miamia with pain in his voice. Do you remember me? It's Claim, your student. I've come to bring you home. Claim. A spark of recognition flares in Miamia's crazed eyes. Claim, what are you doing here? This place is dangerous. Go. Bone like bark, like rock, like oath. A barely discernible whisper touches your mind. It sounds like the rustling of sand on ice. She belongs to this place, mortal. She will stay here. You will not save her. Leave her or kill her and go on your way, or else you will stay here in her place. Hey, who's there? Come out, show yourself. You desire to know who I am? I will allow it, but this knowledge is not without cost. Oh no. A terrible figure, a petrified skeleton with branching horns, seems to grow out of the ground in front of you. Mortals, be gone from this place. She is mine. Leave her to me. Who are you? Seabrae. The sound of the word feels like ice in your ear, like you just laid your head on a frozen tombstone. I was a druid in old Sarkoris long, long ago, before the surviving magic users brought disaster upon themselves. While this land was alive, I protected it with my life. When the time came for it to die, I followed it into death. The smooth, gleaming white stones in the skull's eye sockets are fixed on the petrified tree. Our forest held secrets, ancient sacred truths. The demons brought fire, flesh and wood burn as well as each other. But stone does not burn. We turned our trees to stone and stood next to them as stone guardians. Why do you say that Miamia belongs to this place? The insolent, foolish mortal came here seeking the secrets of the old forest. Well, I allowed her to glimpse them. But these secrets come at a cost. To preserve them, to escape the fire into the embrace of stone, we paid with our lives and souls. It's only fair that she should pay the same price. Could I learn some of your secrets too? I'm willing to pay any price. What must I do? Hug the trees? Drink from a stream? Wash only in falling rain? I'm ready for anything. The Seabrae is silent for a time. She was here first. You are too late. It has grown too noisy here now. Leave. We have no interest in your payment. What a terrible, terrible shame. If you change your mind, send word to me by carrier pigeon or by dragonfly or whatever you have here. We are crusaders. We fight demons. We share a common enemy. We're on the same side. On the same side of what? The front, where you foreign invaders battle with invaders from the abyss for our mutilated lands? No, mortal. I may despise you less than I do the demons, but I am on one side, you are on another. I guess we have to do the good thing and attack. She's not yours, monster. If you won't release her willingly, I'll free her by force. Go on then, try.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Let's get a little bit of healing going. Okay, she's down to 101 health, so it should be done soon. Land's dark moans, wind's grey songs, uttering something indecipherable. Miamia drops to her knees before the Seabrae's dust, grasping handfuls of it and pouring it from one hand to the other. Teacher, wake up, I'm begging you, remember who you are. The woman becomes absorbed in her own musings and then raises her slightly clearer gaze to claim. I am Miamia. I was looking for the knowledge of the druid so I could. I think there was a war. Yes, we were at war with someone, and this knowledge, these secrets, briars and thistles, bone and bark, this knowledge. He looks away. I discovered something important, but I can't remember what. Claim, my best student. I will tell you what I learned. Later when I remember it. I need to rest, but later I will tell you. I will share. I will reveal. Let's go with the good option. She's not herself. We'll send her to the rear for healing. Thank you. We should show her mercy now and only later consider whether harsh consequences are also warranted. Thank you, Commander. I hope she will regain her sanity. Okay, Miamia the Scholar embarked on research into a highly interesting subject, but have her studies brought any benefit to her? May her fate serve as a lesson to those who come after her. When you make a deal with fate in exchange for great knowledge, be sure to check the price before you sign on the dotted line. Plague storm shakes. Okay, we need to get out of here if we can. Don't think the Sea Bray had any gear. At least I don't think so. Doesn't look like it. Alright. It did look like they were coming with us, so let's head out. Bismuth lagging behind. Oh, there is some gear apparently. Almost missed it. Alright, let's collect. Okay, and now we're here with Claim again, so let's have a chat with him again. Is there any word on Miamia? How is her treatment going? The knight's lips curve into a smile. Yes, she's doing much better. Thank you for saving her, Commander. It was painful to think that my mentor was dead, but even worse to contemplate the possibility that one of the most brilliant minds of our generation was about to be snuffed out. But now there's hope that she will return to our ranks. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, well, it looks like we are only waiting for Kaelus's schemes. Let's talk with Camellia now. See what she has to say for herself. Camellia greets you with a broad smile and licks her lips rapaciously. Demons dance in her eyes. Hello, my friend. You don't mind if I call you that, do you? I've done a lot of thinking since we last met. You had every reason to hand me over to the headsman, yet something stayed your hand. Whatever guides you, your promise to keep my secret makes us accomplices of sorts, even friends. Shared secrets bring people closer, don't you think, my friend? She pierces you with her stare as if she's trying to see inside your head. Sometimes I find severed heads in my bag. Is that your handiwork? What good are they to me? Elia's voice is bored and indifferent. The moment life leaves the body, now that is exciting. In the moments that follow, when the body is cooling down rapidly, losing the last of its warmth, I am filled with sweet languor. But the cold corpse that remains is just a corpse. It holds no interest for me. Are you still trying to learn something from the spirit in your amulet? Mireia, the spirit that's locked in my amulet is only slowly awakening. I need to give her blood to lift the shroud of madness so I can talk to her. Camellia's eyes grow cloudy. Sarkoris is in pain. I can feel it. As you commanded, I have not fed her spirit. That's why, alas, I haven't been able to lift Mireia's madness or heal the land's suffering. Okay, well, I guess that's it then. I have to go. We'll talk later. Visit me again soon. You don't want me to start missing you. That sounds kind of crazy. Okay, we are now back at the Crusader Fairs. The end of the world. Priests of various faiths are asking the commander to banish the followers of a small sect that believes in the imminent demise of Galarian. These doomsayers scorn the gods with their words and demand that everyone bow down before the inevitable end. 3,000 military experience, 4,000 leadership. Crusade morale reducing. We don't want to do that. Good. Ooh, okay. I guess we can go for the good choice. I don't know if we really need this experience points. I'll take the good option. Crusade morale increases by 15, which doesn't matter because we're max. Energy points income increases by 3 for 30 days. Reconcile the sectarians with other priests. Upon hearing what Social, an adept theologian, had to say, the sectarians spoke with the clergy and reached a certain consensus. They agreed to be more discreet. After all, the end of the world is coming either way, so there is no reason to quarrel on its brink. And we're going to get these back next, so that's good. Okay. Alright. We wanted Clemency of Shadows, I think. Yep. The priests of Norgorber brought the Stone of Ghostly Pathways back under the guardianship of their deity. Norgorber was pleased that the long-stolen relic was returned to his custody. Nice. Okay, Bastion to Fortress expansion, so we can do this as well. Yeah, I think we could probably get started on this, since I think we still have to wait a little bit of time. Logistics. Will Court's help? Oh, okay, this one, yeah. Rightio. The Fate of Soulshear, Chiltusk, Outpost of Bastion. Don Kuthon Web Strider. Might want to get the, this +2 to dexterity armor. That would be handy. What else do we have? This one, I don't think we need to do anything. It'd be nice to have, but we don't necessarily need them. Although I think it'd be nice just to get these relics made, or irrespective of whether we need them or not. It's probably good to have them than not have them, I suppose. So let's do this one. We want to get the Web Strider light armor. Let's get started. We don't have enough resources. $600. And let's get this started. A royal conscription. 14 days to do this as well. Okay. Let's skip the day. That's fine. Let's do Heavenly Warriors. Okay, so let's save it here. I think what I'll do is progress time. It'll be a bit boring, and hopefully we get the K-Lesser quest to trigger. In the meantime, we'll be also, I guess, getting the relics that we kind of want to have before we make our way to Act 4. Or make our way towards the Ivory Sanctum to close out Act 3. So I'll see you guys in a little bit when something else of consequence happens. Okay, and we're back. Seela has something to say, so I guess we'll see what she wants to talk to us about. Seela seems to be in a good mood. She smiles at you and then scratches the back of her head as if suddenly realizing something. I probably shouldn't have come to you officially like to an audience, but this is the only way to catch you these days. I wanted to ask, would you like to go shopping with me? It's probably not right to distract the Knight Commander with such trifles, but I thought I should drag you out for a walk. We haven't enjoyed a moment's peace since we met. We've either been saving Canabras or marching on Dresden. Besides, I desperately need advice. I'm going to buy a present and I know nothing about fancy jewelry. Who are you buying the present for? For Elan and his bride. After that story at the camp when Curl stole the ring from us and summoned the demons, Ellen and I both overreacted and said some things we shouldn't have. He apologized to me, but I haven't really apologized to him. I want to buy a ring to replace the one that was stolen, and there's a new jewelry shop in Dresden. It's owned by Sunhammer, the same jeweler who made the first ring. Great idea. I'd love to stretch my legs for a bit. Great. Well then I'll meet you at the jewelry shop. It's in the east of the city. Okay, well, at the moment the K Lesser thing still hasn't really happened. On the plus side, we have a companion quest with Sealer. So that's what we'll do in the next episode. I think we helped out Claim to rescue Miamia, and Camellia revealed a big secret about her, and we are kind of keeping it on the down low, so we're going to have to see how that plays out moving forward. Anivia, I guess, has some suspicions, but she said she's going to keep her mouth shut, and she's been pretty reliable so far. Camellia apparently has kept her word about not doing any more killing, so that's good. We'll see how that holds up moving forward as well. But yeah, I think we're getting closer to being able to go to the climax for Act 3. We still have obviously the K Lesser quest, and then obviously now we have the Sealer companion quest, which we will do in the next episode, so that's going to be interesting. But now, as I said, I think this is a good place to end the episode. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Hope you have a good one too.